Hello. One sec. I gotta do announcement stuff. God, I really should set this up so that it's automatic instead of having to type out at everyone every single time. Although I don't think you can automate like posting it on Twitter. This guy's being consistent. I'm trying to be. I'm doing my best. It's definitely unfamiliar to me. To actually like stream often. Why does it say 3 hours ago? Where? Better not be a short stream. It'll probably, I don't know. I have a minimum set for when I stream for like an hour. I don't want to stream for less than an hour, but you know. After that, I can end it whenever. It's just, yeah. If I hit the button, I have to be here for an hour. That's kind of how I've convinced myself into it, you know? It's only an hour out of my day. Desmond, thank you for the sub. MG Viscose Cannon, I'm a huge fan. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you've been doing well. Sorry for not chatting as much. I told you I got really sick. I'll hop back on the Minecraft server soon, I promise. Hey Grim. Hey Clover. Yeah, somewhat. I've decided that it would be cool to get what's it called? Oh gosh, what's it called? I've forgotten the name of it. Twitch partner? It's not affiliate. Affiliate's the easier one. I've decided that I want to do that, so taking him. You got in the bag? I hope so. I'm definitely, I don't know, the hardest part of it will just be, yeah, because like you have to be consistent over like a 3-month kind of time frame. So it'll take a bit for me, but you know, that's okay. I'm done testing my SkyPad 4 now. I have like static friction tests to do today, but I'm done with the actual like gameplay testing. So yeah, I'm oh, match in progress, okay. You go that. You updating your mouse pad sheet? Yeah, that's what I'm like testing it for. Yeah, I sent you a Discord. I'm sorry, I don't read my Discord messages in the morning. I wake up to like 20 of them. I can't go through them all when I'm like half asleep. I'll have a look after stream. Breaking Bad filter, no! I've watched. It's cool to me that people actually go back and watch like the Twitch VODs. I'm curious. What do you guys like who do that? What do you watch them for? Is it the gameplay or like is it just interesting to hear me answer like a million aiming questions? Gotta block a calendar out. Okay, okay. Well, yeah, I'll get back to you after the stream. Yeah, the aim questions. Okay, that's what I thought. It's why I've been putting Q&A in my title because, yeah, I got a lot of questions like before streaming. I've been getting less since I started, so I figured people are like asking me questions they would otherwise DM me on stream, which works for me because, you know, I'm answering for a bunch of people at once instead of just like a couple. Hey, I bought a mouse. Hope you're doing well. From what I've seen on my... does your thumb... Sorry, there was a question about, like, aiming with your fingertips touching the mouse pad. Can whoever send that question repeat it? Because I can actually answer this one, because I do that. Does your thumb touch the pad while aiming? I have a feeling this is, like, connected, so I'll leave it for a second. I'll just scroll up, hang on. Should my fingertips be making contact with the mouse pad? It is mostly preference. Mostly. I know some, like, I think Massey does it. I know Clover does, if you're still in the chat, Clover. Hello. I personally vary the amount of fingers that are, like, on the mouse pad. Depending on the situation. So, like, I'm trying to, like, snap from, like, this box to this box or something. I'll have all my fingers touching for extra stopping power. But if I'm trying to, like, track this guy, at the moment only my thumb is touching. I'm on my good old shidenkai and OP1WE. Oh, not WE, AK. Hey, Minto. Minto? Hey, Pluto. Oh god, I'm dead. I've never thought about changing it throughout the game. To be honest, I didn't either. It's just something I did and then people asked me about it, so I thought about it and realized, like, oh, I do that. And I know Clover does too. I think Massey just has like his thumb touching. But I could be wrong. You probably want to ask Massey about that one. Have you tried the 5v5 mode? Yeah, I have. I like it actually, but it's definitely not as like action-packed and I'm not as consistently able to like frag out on it, I guess. So I've been playing Banquet on stream still. Use a crosshair overlay? No. If you want to use one, you can use Rivertuna, RTSS. Okay. Because like HUD side and whatnot doesn't work in this game. Change finger pad contact. That's interesting. Yeah, no, I had the same experience. It's just something that kind of developed. I never really consciously thought like, oh, I will put more of my fingers onto the mouse pad for this scenario. And that's actually one of the reasons why I think I might struggle a little bit with glass, like relative to my, you know, I think I do a bit worse on glass, like the SkyPad and other like fully glass mouse pads compared to other people around a similar skill level to me mechanically. Because I'm so used to being able to just like press into the pad when I need more control. I don't know if it's like a skill issue thing or if it's just a stylistic thing. I'm leaning towards stylistic choice, but you know, never know. Against the rules, don't do it, you'll get banned. You won't get banned for the Rivertuna one, unless you're like bragging about using it. But yeah, they are technically against the rules, which is bizarre, by the way, because like, you can't stop someone from drawing a dot on their screen, you know? Like if someone wants to use a crosshair overlay, they will use a crosshair overlay. Banning things like HUD sight won't stop them. Hey Snooze, thanks for the follow, and thanks for the follow Sopham, Kirito, I Will 2K, Gubtus, Feels Weird Man, Jakku Bolo, Away, Finesse, And Rice X, thank you. Yeah, I definitely don't agree with the banning of crosshair overlays in this game. Especially now that they've like, you know, they've added bloom when you're jumping and they've recentered the crosshair to be relatively aligned. Whereas in the beta, like you jump and your crosshair of your iron sights would like go down here. Magnifying, oh my god, that's like, oh, what's his name? Basically Homeless on Siege. When they took out his freaking ACOG scope and he just made it himself. I love it. Thanks for follow SMK Soz. Thank you. Hi Laura, I'm with you on Field. I want to buy Sorely Too But Scared. It's really good. I got it. Yeah. And I've been testing it a little bit, and I'm impressed. I've been pleasantly surprised. Playlist. Can you all hear my music? I didn't think you could hear my music. Oh, Kovacs playlist. Here you go. Discord. I have a resources channel in there. You can have a look at all my Kovacs stuff that I've posted. Doku of Genesis. Thank you for the follow. I love the OG switches. Yeah, they're really good. I swapped them out for some lighter ones. And yeah, to Resun, I have the, what is it, 50 to 55 GF. Is the entire palm of your, I'm gonna assume hand, not quite. It's like here and here. For the entire palm, I'd have to like bring it forward really awkwardly. Honestly, they should just make the bullets go where the gun is pointed at the visual. It's a bit annoying to have like, because the bullets did go where, not where your gun is pointed, but they always went in the center of your screen. And then they changed it, which sucks because I really, really like having the bullets always go in the center of my screen. I felt like I could laser people, but yeah, I've been nerfed a little bit. Play FCAR for a match? Okay. Have you tried the new guns? I have, yeah. I like the light pistol and the FAMAS, but I haven't been feeling like mechanically good enough to use the FAMAS. I feel like you gotta hit a lot of headshots on your bursts with it, and yeah. You should try the FCAR. I have. I know it's really good. I just don't enjoy using it. Hey Yams, welcome. I'll oblige though. I'll use FCAR for again. I think it was because of on-screen, maybe, but like even without one, you can use the hit markers to aim like really easily. I don't have a cool skin on it though. The Master's worse than, I mean, so is AK, so. Oh my god, two people just said, I didn't know the OP18K would come out right after my review. I had no idea. And yeah, I got it too. I used a piece of blue clear mouse feet tape as a crosshair for the revolver in this game. That is amazing. And yeah, the FCAR, it's probably just better. Like, especially after the AK nerfs at range, like, I don't know. Back when I played a lot, like a month or two ago, I didn't really see a reason not to use the FCAR, but maybe that's changed now. Oh my god, good stun. I'm about to get an OP1 AK. Nice. The FK definitely, yeah, it's been nerfed a little, but like it's still... What often happens to me is that there'll be a medium in my game who's using FK and has like a teammate heal beaming. And then because of that, I have to swap to FK because like in every single one-on-one duel, that person will just outdamage me. Do you lay your palm on the back of the mouse? It's like this. This and this touch the mouse. Go to my teammates and finish trading with FK? Yeah, that's fair. Probably the smart way to play. I just like running around with the AK. The best TTK always wins, yeah. It's a shame because I really do enjoy the AK, but yeah, if someone's like trying with the FK, I have to swap or I just lose. Especially right now I'm playing on like 100 ping and on this it's especially bad. Hey viscose. I don't have my bounce pad. And it keeps re-equipping the goo grenade. I'm not sure why. I've unequipped it like 4 times now. I don't want to mess with that turret. I'm scared. When you control recoil, it really depends on the recoil. In like PUBG, for example, I have to pull down with my entire arm because otherwise, like, there's not enough vertical room. Whereas in this game, it's like, yeah, fingertip. I did not mean to do that. It's okay though. I am on Windows 11. I saw the question, but I didn't read the whole thing in time. If you want to like post the question again if I miss it, by the way, go for it. I don't mind. You use Win 11. Okay, there it is, yeah. And yeah, Windows 11 did some like high polling rate optimization stuff. I'd highly recommend it if you're wanting to use even like 2K. There's just no reason not to, really. Using a custom window? I'm on stock Windows. I used RevOS for a little, but I had some issues trying to uninstall it, so I've been soured. Where did that third person come from? I saw him. Smoke themselves out in here? What is this? Top 3 pads ever. I want to say shidenkai, 0, Raiden in that order. I think if I had to use one pad like for the rest of ever, I'd probably choose the 0 over the shidenkai because it's better at more things. But what the shidenkai is good at, it's like really good at. And yeah, I swap between both depending on like what I'm doing. Jesus, good shots. Disappointed about the play. I wouldn't say people hate it. I think what's happened is like, and we actually saw the same thing with Apex back when that first came out. Like people, you know, buy into the hype, they try this new game, and then it's not everything they ever wanted in an FPS game, and then they drop it. But, you know, the game has developed a pretty consistent core audience, in my opinion, and they're not seeming to stop updating it, so I don't think it's gonna, like, die out or anything. Oh my god, he hit someone on the rope. I stopped playing when those are interesting. I don't know, I've heard like very strong strong isn't the word, very like consistent reports of there being a lot of cheaters. I haven't had any in like a very long time. There was the rewise thing for a bit, and there were a few times where I like suspected someone of using rewise, but if they're just doing that, you can still beat them if you could. Hello, Zenith? I'm on like 33, 34 CM at the moment. I think. I haven't actually checked. I just like... there's something on the bottom of my mouse. Hang on. Yeah, that's like 33. Yeah, I saw that they had a new... I got a little anti-cheat pop up and I got worried for a second because I've already been false banned once on this game. But no, it was just like swapping over my thing to their new anti-cheat. Back when the game first came out, AwakeUN, I had a few games where someone would use the like auto shotty, but they had no like spread. If you were just starting out now trying to get better at aiming with the resources that are available, I would put way more focus of mine into control focus scenarios. So things like control sphere or clover raw control, that kind of thing. I think especially, you know, when you're newer, easier control focus scenarios are really what's gonna like bring you up, because it's what I was missing for the longest time. And I'm still not like the best at them. I've been playing a lot of Wisp here lately, which has been really fun. And yeah, I've been pushing myself to get better at that kind of thing. I think my Rosanna is dying. Oh, god damn it. That sucks. Also, hi Sarah. Hope you've been well. I haven't used my Rosanna in a while. It's still one of my favorite like control pad surfaces, but yeah, that sucks. Do you like Overwatch? I'll give a tentative yes. I do not hate Overwatch. Matty's been asking me to play it with him, so I probably will at some point soon give it another go. I enjoy aiming in it. There are a few things I don't like, obviously. It's freaking Overwatch, but it's not bad. I'm definitely not like an Overwatch hater or anything. Try else fire angle smoothness. If you can send that to me on Discord, I'll try it, but I won't remember that name. I hate Genji. For me, it's Hanzo. I always freaking just die to that guy, and it feels like he doesn't have to like aim his arrows or just die. Message, thank you. I'll give it a go after stream. I've been looking for more scenarios like that to play. Any interest in the new Padsmith pads? I don't know if Kainev is here. He's told me a lot about them. They look cool, but I'm pretty happy with my current setup. Probably sounds a little bit strange from a, you know, quote-unquote reviewer to be content with their setup, but you know. Yeah, I haven't really felt the need to buy too much new stuff other than to add it to the speed sheet. That's why I got a QCK and an aqua control. But yeah, no, I've been thinking of doing like a stream where Matty can like teach me how to play Overwatch or something. I have maybe 40 hours, so I'm still like brand new. That guy's gotta go. Oh, shame. How many pads? I only bought, yeah, QCK and Aqua Control. My 40 viewers is kind of low for you? No, this is ridiculous. I can't believe this many people want to watch me play. Thanks for the follows, Wrathcorn. Oh, Dreamstrike, hello. I hope you've been well. Ami666, Efun, Shivers, and Brill. Thank you. What sense are you using right now? 33. I think it's like 17 in game. I think. Easy control scenarios. Like, if you look up like Control Sphere, you'll find versions that have like 80% in the name. They're a little bit slower and easier to read, easier to track. Deserve for the go. Thank you. Finally catching a stream. Love the pad recommend. Thanks. Nice. That's awesome. I was worried it would be a bit too fast, but like, yeah, no, it's really good. It's one of my favorites. You still playing with Excel? No, I turned Excel off years ago. Lita, thanks for the follow. Do you like Apex? Again, I'll use the word like tentatively. It's an okay game. I don't hate it. And I don't have anything against it, but yeah, the format gets on my nerves sometimes. I just want to shoot things and I have to like, you know, use my brain. But I really enjoy that game's mechanics. It's some of my favorite. Yeah. Do you remember the last time you played revolving tracking? My PB on that is from 2021 or 2022. It's been a while. Wait, we're right on the things. The 80% is on Kovacs? Yeah, it's on Kovacs. For all of those kind of like controlled tracking scenarios, Kovacs is really the only place where you can get like very good ones. Which sucks because like, I don't know, they should be available on AimLab, but with how the acceleration is in that game right now, you just can't get those kind of scenarios to be as good as they are in Kovacs. It's the main reason why I still recommend Kovacs with AimLab. Trying to read chat and this guy shows up with a shotgun in my face. Money Apex is tough? Yeah. It's one of those things where like there will be a period of like 100 hours, especially now that everyone's like I started in season 7 and I felt like I was starting like very far behind. Now it's got to be like a million times worse. AimLab has some weird mouse smoothing. I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels that. It's strange because like it shouldn't have any mouse smoothing, but yeah, I feel it too. It's not like a deal breaker for me. The scenarios are, but I know what you mean, Yams. I know what you mean. It was better for static. And to AimLab, but it feels like I'm underwater. Fantasy, did you see Clover's tweet of that one? Like, someone took like a photo of their drink and Clover just quote tweets it and said AimLab. Actually, I started with AimLab and had the opposite experience. I swapped to Kovacs and like, oh my god, this is so much better. That was way back though, when it actually was like really, really bad. I think AimLab's in a pretty... What just happened to me? You know what? I don't want to mess with that guy. He's got some kind of superpower. I've had enough of dealing with him. 10 targets which smooth. Yep, very good. And yeah, wisp. I'm just typing that. Screw it. I'm on the OP18K. Covered squid. Congrats. Congrats. I hope it's been helping you in game as well. For me, it was the Valorant benchmarks fantasy. I'm like, oh, you know, they're really like micro heavy. This is a weakness of mine. This seems perfect. I'll play these. And then, yeah, genuinely, one play session later, I'm done. Do a lot of people still play the finals? It's all relative. Enough for it to be playable. I've had to make some compromises. Like I'm on 100 ping at the moment because no one's playing at this hour in Australia. But you know, it's how it goes. It doesn't feel too bad on ping. What skates do you have in the OP1? I have Viper Mini, Tiger Ice V2s. I bought like 10 of them for really cheap off AliExpress. They fit? Yeah, they do. I don't know why, but the Viper Mini skates have been like the most versatile skates I've ever used in my life. Damn it. Yeah, that's actually a Banshee. That's why I bought so many of them. Hey, by the way, I hope you've been doing well. But yeah, I bought so many of them for the HTX because I'm just like, oh, I'll use all of these on this mouse. And yeah, they've become my go-to for full-size skates because they just seem to fit like everything. And I'm very happy about it because yeah, I own a bunch of them. Koiwa, thank you for the sub. Thank you so much. God, I hate messing with these shields. Kind of gotta just like, yeah, do that. Fit the B-Stacks Mini? They do. Oh, maybe not the Mini. I'm not sure. I've used them on the normal B-Stacks and they fit that mouse. Can I make this? Thoughts? Okay, easy. I bet you're using 34. That's not like a crazy prediction. I said earlier that I'm on 33. Is the AliExpress? It takes a while. I'm Aussie, so I'm closer to China than America is. And yeah, it takes a while, but it's worth it when you order like 200 jade dots for $10, you know? Like, I can't really be complaining about shipping costs at that price. Would you recommend mouse grips? Like grip tape like these? They're good, especially on, I don't know, I really don't like the GPX coating. I don't know if this is a hot take. It just feels really cheap to me. If you feel the same way, you don't like a mouse's coating, yeah, I can absolutely recommend grip tape. Otherwise, it's not really like needed. Like on the OP1AK, I don't need it. Maybe it's different when you're fingertipping though. Because I know in that grip you kind of have to have that extra control. You don't want it moving around at all. Super slippery? Okay, yeah, then get some grip tape. Hey, Phonage. Is this lemonade on the official account? It's nice for making a bounce a bit wider too. Yeah, I knew a guy who would stack like 4 layers of grip tape on each side of the mouse. Because he had very wide hands and not many mice would like accommodate that. I saw that guy, didn't I? Yeah. I think larger versions of Smoothbot can help, but it really depends on like what you're struggling with specifically. For me, what I struggled with was I was focusing too much on, this is going to sound really dumb, but hear me out. I was focusing too much on hitting the boss. Okay? I was focusing too much on just like making sure I was always on, and if I was off, I would micro adjust instantly, and I wasn't really thinking about being smooth. And it was actually the finals that made me have kind of like an epiphany, like, oh my god, I should be focusing on just matching the arc, you know? Like read the arc, you know, it's moving like that. Don't worry if you drift off for a sec, just do that. I think PGTI is a good example of that too, where you're just trying to match the arc instead of always micro adjusting instantly back to the target. And it sounds strange, but it's what worked for me. And I think there's kind of two approaches. One of them is micro adjusting back to the bot instantly when you're off it, and it's what like Matty does. And then yeah, what I do is yeah, just focus on reading the general arc and the general pattern and try and match that with my arm and not worry too much about hitting the bot. Like, exactly. Hey, Cartoon. Thanks for the follow. And thanks for the follows, Boxy. I'm not going to read that name. Ponage Official. Thank you, Lemonade. Minsu. Oh my god, my thing is lagging so badly. Trix, Mike Matera, Rexos, Artisan Raiden, W Boxy. On Cartoon, thank you for the sub. Thank you so much. You don't need to apologize, man. Whenever someone says like, thank you, Aim Jaden. Yeah, whenever someone comes into my chat like, oh my god, I never followed you, it's like, it's my fault, I never stream. You know, like, I literally just cracked diamond and smooth. It worked? Okay. Mods ban yams? No, I don't think so. Yeah, that's what I've always said whenever someone's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't follow you on Twitch. It's like, yeah, I need to stream, you know? Like, otherwise, why would you follow if I don't stream? I just came in and I thought you only had 3 fingers. No, I have 4, I have 4. And my thumb. Mods, give him input smoothing. / input smoothing at yams. Unrecognized command / input, okay. And Snake, thank you. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Yeah, you have to stream now. This is how I've been feeling. I feel like, you know, it would be really kind of mean of me to have so much support and then for me to not stream more. Thanks for the follows, Civic and Nymphodoraby? What grip tape do you have in your mouse? This just comes with the OP18K. I think they're called lizard skins. I ran into you in an Overwatch game. When was this? I haven't played Overwatch in ages. Yes, it does, Sneak. You don't get ads anymore. The small mice really feel that different from each other. I wanna... yeah, they do. Zombie face, thank you for the raid. Thank you. Yeah, they do. I think, even if a mouse is smaller, you'll still feel the differences in like shape design and especially side curvature. You're always gonna feel that even if, yeah, the mouse is smaller. It was a while ago. If it was like when the bullet change first came out, I remember that game. It was the one game of that day that I did really well. played 37 bad decisions. What an interesting thing you've just put in my chat. I wonder what this could mean. Are you comfortable with stream view counts being brought up? Yeah, I have it on my second monitor. I try not to look at it, but I'm not like opposed to like I got my, what's it called? The stream manager on my second monitor. Yeah, I am. As long as it's not like, I don't know, weird. I hate the versions not with the platforms as the sides. I was okay with it. It was a bit annoying in like, what's it called? Quick cache. I love the AUP on AK, but I've gone back to GPX2 being not really usable. Interesting. Why is it not usable for you? I've, like I can't use 8K in this game. I saw someone asking about pulling rate actually. I really like 8K. And I use it in every game I can, which is like that I play. It's like Counter-Strike, Valorant, COD, Kravax, and that's about it. This game I have to play 2K, and Apex is pretty similar. I have to play 2K on that as well. Or is it 1K that I have to go to? Apex is really bad with high polling rates. But yeah, no, I do really like 8,000 hertz. It feels great. My 8K works on Apex? Dude, what the hell? Fortnite doesn't work with 4K. That's odd. It's really odd, actually. What the hell is a hype train? Dude, that's how I feel. I'm like the worst streamer ever. I feel like people don't know this. I feel like you all should know this before, like, I don't know, subscribing. I don't know what I'm doing. As like a streamer, I don't know. Like I had to ask chat how to mod people last stream. Okay, is Paramount coming in Apex? Okay, as of 3 weeks ago. I'll give it another go. I think the game is like safe to play now. So, what about Overwatch? Yeah, I worked on Overwatch. Press the hammer, give some mod. They'll do the same for you, Kelsey. I think you're fully true. Yeah, that's what it was for me. I would see a strafe and then I would just over adjust for that strafe. But when I would just ignore it all and focus on the arc, I wouldn't have that problem. Thank you. It's been surprising seeing so many people, I don't know, wanting to watch. It's cool. Found new mouse. I didn't know you guys were making something new. It's a cool little leak for peripheral nerds in the chat. Ponage, new mouse. What's the issue with high polling rate? I'll demonstrate. So right now I'm on 2K, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And if I go to 8K, as I make wide movements, look at my FPS in the top left. It goes down. I get micro stutters when I fully saturate 8,000 hertz on this. Whereas on 2K, doesn't go below 200. Any tips on not getting nervous while gaming? For me, that was something I struggled with as well, especially in like tac shooters. Yeah, tac shooters like Counter-Strike and stuff, I would get really anxious when I played them. I think it was because I didn't want to let down my teammates, you know? A lot of pressure to perform when it's like, you know, your performance directly impacts the outcome of the game and people care about the outcome of the game, you know? Like this game, I don't care. I could throw and like, I would be doing about the same as half of my teammates anyway, so. But what it came down for me in tac shooters was just familiarity with that environment, I guess. You know, when you've played 1,000 games of Counter-Strike, 2,000 games of Counter-Strike, it stops being a big deal if you stuff up in one round out of those 2,000 games. And the more confident I got in my mechanics, the less like nervous I got. Because, you know, even if I make a bad play, I know that I can at least try and lean into my mechanics to bail me out of a bad situation. Oh, so low. Do you have hardware accelerated graphics scheduling on? You'll have to tell me where to see this. I went through and did a bunch of optimizations, but I did it in like a day, so it's all a blur. And yeah, nothing wrong with a bit of overconfidence in tech cheaters, I feel. As long as it doesn't like reflect on your teammates. If it helps you deal with nervousness. The Windows settings. I'm not sure. Should I have it on or off? 1 or 2. I'd have to check. Oh, I want to kill that guy. That was a cool flick. What is going on? There's so many people. Oh my god. I'll have a look after the stream. And let me check my LOD. 1. Welcome to the finals. Yeah, I guess this is the game like personified. Just craziness. I got that other guy. I wasn't cheating at him, but that's okay. Inter separately per game. Is this that hardware accelerated thing? That's about to hit 200 and got a profanity warning. I have no idea. Twitch's autofilter is very strange. Most of the time it does its job, but yeah, it screws up sometimes. Flexos boost means your hardware cell off and interesting. Okay, I guess that makes sense. My GPU is very normally at 90% usage when I play games. I'm in a very GPU bottlenecked like situation in terms of my setup, so. I'm not sure how that would affect things. Oh, I hate the bloom changes. It's so sad. Specs, I have a 7800 X3D and a 3080. I'm thinking of upgrading my GPU. I'm very tempted, I'll be honest. Where is it? Yeah, it's just like a fun game, really. That's it. It's got issues for sure, balance issues, and it can be frustrating when you're taking it seriously. But like, you know, hop on with friends, just fun. What I like about it. Exact same as me. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's what I have. Okay, Jesus Christ. At 1440, I'm at 1080. You see with the 5000 series? Yeah, that's fair. Not to brag, but I have a better GPU. What one do you have? What GPU do you have, Sneak? I'm hitting up hardware excel and every application. I'm not gonna check Twitter DMs right now, but I will after stream. 4070 Ti. Isn't that like the same as a 4080, or am I going crazy? 3080, sorry. I saw him too. Basically a 3090. Well, there you go, Sneak. Have any tips for click timing scenarios? Alright, so Sneaky's got a better GPU than me. So, thoughts on getting me getting a 7900 XTX? People, what are we thinking? Should I do it? Should I not? Legion, you can repost your question if you want. I missed it, sorry. Game is definitely better if you don't take it too seriously. Yeah, it's why like a lot of people have asked me to try ranked out, but I'm not really like keen for it because I know if I try it out, I'll start taking it seriously. Do you not need to know? No, I don't. I definitely don't. I'm not gonna. I don't know. I don't think I need to get a 50 series to play though. I'm pretty content with going AMD. I don't care about ray tracing at all, and I don't care about NVENC because I use my iGPU to encode. It's weird. The 7800X3D has an actually really good iGPU. So I just encode off of that now, and I get like 0 performance overhead. It's great. Like right now, I'm streaming and recording. And my FPS is like -10 from what it is, just nothing. I think honestly, having my web browser open is costing me more frames than streaming. Encoding was really bad. Yeah, they've improved the encoder since then, but it's definitely the one thing that AMD like isn't as good at. And NVENC is really good. What did you say you did to your GPU? iGPU, integrated graphics on my CPU. It's what I use to encode. I think that's what you're referring to. Oh, hi. Thanks for the follows. It's SDC, Nachira, Shark, Hect, and Ivan. Thank you. I think I'm going the wrong way. And Varush and Emki. I saw him. I saw him. I think it was Invis. 7,000 series from me. Yeah, AV1 is really good. Twitch just doesn't support it right now, which is tilting. Once Twitch does support it, I'm absolutely swapping over to AV1. I was so impressed. I like to do a YouTube video on muscle memory naming. Are you planning on education? I am, yeah. Reviews are definitely like a side thing. It's one of those things where like I'm not sure what is common knowledge and what isn't. The muscle memory video was one of those things that I thought like most people knew, or that it would be like redundant. I think I actually included a note in the description saying like, yeah, I'm sorry if you already know this. But yeah, it ended up being like a video that did really well, and a lot of people said they learned a lot from it, so yeah. It's just surprising though. I don't really know like what people want to know, I guess. I guess that also means that if there is anything that anyone like specifically wants to know and thinks would make a good video, I'm all ears. Not a fan of stretched. I like it in some games, but not in this one. 0% on default. This is what I use. That was a hectic game. Forward to a sensor randomizer vid? Yeah, I'm gonna probably start that like experiment maybe even today, later today. And yeah, I'm pretty keen to give it a go because I haven't used the randomizer in like 3 years. And I'm curious what I think of it because I know the science behind it. I think the study a lot of people cite is a bit, sorry, one sec. I think the study a lot of people cite for the sensor randomizer is like a bit misinterpreted. I think it definitely supports having like different sensitivities, but I don't think it supports the idea of randomizing your sensitivity within a single practice session. So that's still kind of like up in the air, I think. Maybe a video about high polling rates. I'm working on one actually. I'm just waiting for all of the testing equipment I need to get here. I don't know if I'm like weird in the sense that like I've done a blind test for 1K versus 4K versus 500, and I picked out the right polling rate every single time, so I can definitely tell the difference. But yeah, it's something that I'm not sure how common it is to be able to tell the difference with gameplay. And I do want to do some testing to kind of figure out like what the difference actually is to my performance. And that's probably what the video is going to be about. Like, does it matter? Does latency matter more? What is the perceivable latency difference? And does it matter when you go past that like perceivable difference point? Zoylan GG, yeah, the shidenkai V2. This is my original one actually. This is 4 months of use on it now, and it's still quite quick. So they've definitely improved the durability. This is probably the most used shidenkai V2 in the world, and it's still really fast. A big benefit of it is that it improves latency. But yeah, I think fluidity in motions is a nice little benefit too. It's why I play this game on 2K, even though like I get some stutters when I do wide angle movement. I've had the same issue on my channel. I think broad knowledge is great for more views. Yeah, it's a tricky thing, and like I'm in a spot where people who are fans of me, I guess, that feels odd to say, people who are fans of me are like typically very into the niche side of the community. And I obviously want to make stuff that like appeals to them and that they want to watch. But the majority of my viewers on YouTube aren't super into that like AIM niche, you know? So it's a bit tricky to kind of cover more general topics while also appealing to people who have been watching me for a while, because, you know, they want the super in-depth stuff, like a video about like, I don't know, how to manage tension when flicking or something. But like there is so much of a knowledge gap between someone looking for that kind of content and someone who isn't, that like I can't make that kind of content without explaining like every little detail. I'm using the shidenkai xsoft. I haven't found a difference from 2K to 4K. I haven't tested score-wise, but I could tell the difference. Intersection with devices. That's cheeky. I respect anyone for that play. Aim is sick, Ollie. Thank you. I worry a little bit about my performance on stream, since like it's a bit tough to talk so much and like play decently at the same time, but this is one of the few games where I feel like I can do it. Oh god. I'm trying to read chat and this guy's chasing me down. Ended up getting gem from your advice was gonna update. Ah, I'm so glad. That's awesome. It felt a bit strange to be, you know, giving advice on a stream where Matty is also giving advice. But you know, I'm glad it was really helpful, and you know, I'm glad we got gem. Congrats. Am I shadow banned from your eyes? You're not. There was one question you asked about the 5800X 3D, and I missed it. If I miss a question, by the way, feel free to put it in the chat again because, like, I'm gonna miss things. It's just how it is. Apologies in advance. I just will. I asked like 3 more. You can ask them all again. The chat and Val CS. Yeah, it's not doable. I've tried streaming Counter-Strike before. Way back. I don't think anyone would remember, but yeah, it was just a struggle because, like, you know, you lose. You play Overwatch? I wouldn't say I play it. I have about 40 hours played, most of which was like a couple years ago. Matty has asked me to play with him though, so we might do that soon. We'll get him on Mercy or something. Yeah, part of me dies when I have to make videos like 8 little mistakes instead. Yeah, it's the dilemma I've been struggling with. And yeah, I never know how much like detail to go into on a topic because I always feel like I'm trying to balance between appealing to enthusiasts and appealing to people who, like, you know, even in peripheral reviews, like when talking about the SkyPad 4, I've had to kind of like figure out, okay, how much do they need to know about friction? You know, because a lot of people watching will probably know about friction, but like how much does someone who doesn't need to know about friction? And yeah, that was a question I put a lot of thought into. Thanks for the follows. Leave, ZZZ Coast, Marple, Spanish Rice, and Roxas. Thank you. What heroes do you play? Soldier. Soldier and Cassidy, and that was about it. I played a little bit of Sojin because she was really strong at the time, but I never really liked how she felt to play. And yeah, I definitely haven't tried like a bunch of characters or anything. I'm, like I said, 40 hours played. I don't think I ever touched ranked. I don't think I unlocked it. The finals feel choppy? No, not really. I know Matty was getting slightly lower FPS after patch, but mine's been about the same. Zarya. Oh, I played Zarya actually. That was the one tank I played. I got really nervous though, because I know like Overwatch community is evil, and tank is really important, so I didn't want to be like a noob on tank, you know? Use your armrest? Oh no, the secret's out, everyone. Secret's out, I got in stream. Yes, I use my armrest when I aim. I use it as a pivot point. And like, yeah, it elevates my arms slightly above the mouse pad, which I like. Reduces friction a little bit. I know it's uncommon. I don't think I know of anyone else who does this. Actually, Yams, you're in the chat. Do you do this, or is this a me thing? Oh, damn it. I wanted that. Using your armrest as a pivot point. Yeah, shoot me, not him. Thank you. No, I don't use my armrest at all. Yeah, most people remove it, so it's pretty uncommon to do what I do, I think. But it works for me, and it feels comfortable, so that's all that matters. I've had some people tell me it's like terrible ergonomics, but I don't know. I've not really had any issues with the stress or anything. It feels pretty natural. Whoa, what was that? What is this? What do you have speaking of armrest? I can't say the name of my chair, sorry. I'll dox myself if I do. And that's not a joke. I remove the armrest. Yeah, I think most people do, Struth. I think it's very common. I think it's very common for people to just get rid of them. And what most people do is like, they have their arm on the pad here and they can kind of pivot like this with their elbow on the pad. It's restrictive, Dima, when it's like below the mouse pad. But mine's like slightly above. So I can just do this pivoting from the armrest and then, yeah, pivot from my wrist for everything else. The finals worth playing? Absolutely. It's great. Really fun. Thank you. 5 Nature Water. Kamori. Crazy Psycho. Axile YouTube. Sorry, I botched that so bad. Slothingly O slash and yeah, thank you. If your armrest is further from your body, I basically have it like against the table. Need aim training, but do I insert my ADS sense or just? I think most people use their overall sense. I don't think it matters too much, personally. Bozo, thank you. Thanks for the follow. Heavy armor thunder. Yeah, it's something that like I think it's very personal. How do you start TS? How do you TS and Star Trek in the same motion? I think a lot of that is like when you release your tension in your flicks. So like, you know, let's say I'm trying to flick from here to here. I might leave this game. I really don't like this map. So trying to flick from here to here. And you know, you do that motion. When you start the flick, you're gonna tense. It's just how it works. You're gonna tense. Specifically for me, it's in my like upper forearm. What I do though is I release that tension when I get to like here. So that when I stop here, there's no more tension in my arm. And that means that like there's no shake on my stops and I can continue tracking really easily because I'm not like super tense from my flick. Yeah, I think that's how. Not relying too much on tension and not holding tension to the end of flicks. Circle and scale. I have it off. It does something that I do, like, I prefer to do it manually instead of letting it like auto scale my ADS. Yeah, it's a shame because I was very keen for this map, but it gives me like the worst headaches. I played this on stream last time and I had to sit in the menu for 10 minutes because this room is just like painful to look at for me. I'm getting out of there. What is this guy doing? I'll leave him to it. Do you think that the OP1AK is the best mouse at the moment? It is, in terms of performance, it's objectively the best, but I don't think there's a, like, overall best mouse right now. I don't think there's ever going to be, either. A lot of it is preference, and it's just how it is. Yeah, it would be awesome for there to be just like a best mouse that I could recommend to everyone. But yeah, you always have to factor in things like hand size and shape preferences. And, you know, the most obvious one is like, yeah, for me, the OP1AK is like best mouse on the market. The wire is a deal breaker for some people, let alone the fact that like some people just prefer, say, ergo shapes. and they won't use a ambidextrous mouse. Oh, these colors, they're killing me. I noticed latency with wireless. That's interesting. I know Caesar used the voltaic thumbnail lattice and Celestial Complete on the benches. He notices that too. I personally don't with most wireless mice. Like, the latency doesn't bother me. But versus the OP1 8K, I can definitely feel the latency on most mice. Reckon I take bounce pad? I shouldn't have wasted my bullets. No! Okay. Have you done the hot swap mod to have mechanical? The OP1 8K, which is the one I'm using right now, has God, it's so abrasive. Yeah, the OP1 8K has mechanical switches by default. I bought the hot swappable switch pack for the OP1 WE, and mine didn't come with cables, so I can't use it. So yeah, I felt a bit stupid for that one, but that's okay. It wasn't my fault. I was trying to like bodge together a solution, but I couldn't figure it out. Wonder when we'll get a modular mouse. I have to bite my tongue, I'm very sorry. I'd love to say more, but I cannot say more. Here's how a pen would be for aiming. I've got spare cables if you need them. Like the OP1 WE click cables. Oh, sick. If you're not too far from me, I will happily buy those off you. I tried to find them online, but I couldn't. I bought some just like trying to figure out what the switch, what the link was, and yeah, I couldn't do it. This map looks so cozy. I'll be real. As much as I like the aesthetic, it gives me a massive headache. I think it's a very clever aesthetic. It gives them an excuse to make lower resolution textures, but oh, it hurts my head. It's too much for me. If I get it and I'm not on stream, I typically leave. But I don't like leaving games on stream. Let's get mine from China for some weird third party. Ah, yeah, I had to do the same, don't worry. Mine just didn't work. It was weird, because like most people who buy the Switches don't need to buy more, because like the hot swap set is meant to include them. But yeah, I don't have, I didn't get them. Never played all. I did actually, I did, and they were less nauseating than this. I don't mind the grey box look. I don't mind the low texture look. It's just the contrast on these colors. Oh god. Hello. What? Okay. I got you on HDR right now. I don't know if I'm using HDR, but I do have my vibrance up because I always play with it slightly up. And yeah, I might need to turn it back to normal for this map. Do you feel you're tracking? Yeah, it's definitely harder to track at 144 versus 240. It's not like going back to 60 for me. That's unplayable. I could play at 144, but I definitely don't want to. I stopped using vibrance for... Yeah, I turned mine down. I used to have it like at 100 for CSGO, but for CS2 I have it at like 65. And that's just what I use on everything. I cannot believe they let me get away with that. That was rough. Hey, Goomba. I hope you've been well. Oh, I heard the news about, yeah, the APAC FE Apex thing. Polaris was telling me. $65? That's what I have it at too, 65. I think maybe I had to set it to 40 last time when I was playing this map on stream to like not suffer. No worries, Pones. Thank you for joining. I hope you sleep well. If only I didn't jump. What's your hand cam and how do you have it set up? I have it just taped to the top of my monitor. It fully covers the top right corner of my screen, so if anything interesting is there, I don't see it. But you know, that's okay. I don't need it anyway. And it is a Logitech C902, I think. I always forget the numbers. It's the... Yeah, go on, Bub. I can't see how many people are left alive in Apex. I just have no idea when I'm playing. The C920, thank you. Yes, it's that one. It has a little, like, 60 FPS mode, which is why I got it. I can't take that door. Do you have any tips to target switching to something that isn't on your screen? It's always going to be a little bit luck. You know, like I'm trying to flick to this pole. I'm never going to be like... Okay, thanks, mate. I was showing something. It's always going to be a little bit RNG, a little bit luck-based, because, you know, you can't see them. Aiming is super, super visual. There are other things you can do, though, like, you know, you can use audio. Directional awareness with audio is something I've practiced a lot in Kravax, as well as just, like, learning to utilize your arm more and when to utilize arm and wrist for target switching. A lot of luck, a lot of practice is what I'd kind of say really why flicks like that come down to. I respect the attempt. Did dots feel alright in the shidenkai xsoft? No. I don't like using dots on this mousepad. In fact, it's the only mousepad where I don't use my jade dots because, they sink into the pad a little bit and the lip of my like mouse will like scratch against the surface. With a really yeah, if you know what you're doing and you know where you're gonna flick to, like yeah, you can be very precise. Like I guess here. Yeah, relatively. But yeah, if you're going like reactive, like if I were to just sit here and wait until someone shot at me, I'd have a very low. Let's give it a go. I was off vertically, but I think I was in the general direction. Me through. Oh, I'm so dead. Are they pushing? How was your glass mouse pad? It was interesting. It hasn't fully ended. I'm on the shidenkai right now, which is like, sort of, I think it counts as glass. It's glass coated, and very, very fast, and I really like it. Full glass mouse pads though are a bit tricky. I never really adjusted to them. CSDM, the angles, yeah. It's just trying to do it like reactively to a target. Better and see you later. See ya. Thank you for watching, and yeah, I will get back to your DM. God, it feels so nice to be back on my shidenkai. Skypad slunks. No, I like the Skypad. I like it. It's just really not for me. It definitely has its place and it has its purpose. And for people who want that like zero friction experience, awesome. But I don't know. I just don't do as well on it straight up. Okay. That map has given me a bit of a headache. I'm gonna have like a 5-minute break. I'm gonna answer some questions. Oh, Llama, thank you for the sub. Hope you've been well. Picking up a shidenkai xsoft today? Hell yeah. No, I really like this pad. I think it's perfect to like go to coming from a Skypad, honestly. I have to vote. No? Okay. Have you tried the glazed mousepad? No. How much pressure should I put on my mouse with my forearm? This is something I don't feel very qualified to talk about because I don't put any down on my mousepad. Mine is hovering slightly above always. So I don't really feel qualified to talk about whether you should like press down with your forearm or not. I know most people play like this. There's always going to be a bit of like downwards force there, but I don't know if it's intentionally like put there or just the consequence of resting your arm on the pad. Thank you for the follows. Banshee, Tors, Ho Yuto, Lai Cheese Shake, Do CS, Spartan Saucer, Jeddah, 1, Hipexi, Ultec, Jian, iMod MenuX, Hone, Mansky, and 280 kmh. What bungee do you use? The old Razor one. I got it like 5 years ago. Is your contact point your wrist? Yep, it's my armrest and then my wrist. Those are the 2 points that make contact. There's a bit of contact here sometimes, but not too often. How often do you wash your cloth pad? Once, if I'm like using like a 0 or something, about once a month is what I try and shoot for. Thanks for the follow, Galaxy. What is the temperature in your room? Too hot. Too hot. Do you figure the xsoft and mid shidenkai are that different? I'd assume so. The xsoft shidenkai isn't like... It's more comparable to like a 0 soft than like a 0 xsoft. I really need my jade dots. You might have better luck than I did. It was with the Beast X that it was really, really a struggle. Depends on your mouse and how it's designed and how much it sinks in. Ever tried the pulsar power control? No. What advice would you give to someone who is just starting to work on the target switching? Don't try and flick like crazy fast. Definitely build up some strong underlying technique before you go on to, yeah, speed up your flicks. The mouse pad I use? Yeah, definitely. It's only on the shidenkai that I've had issues. Is there still a Heian hiding under the bottom of the shidenkai? I have a feeling there isn't. I've been meaning to disassemble one, but I like my shidenkais too much. I don't want to tear them apart. I have a feeling they've changed how they make it though. It feels like it's more a part of the mouse pad now instead of just being a coating on top of the mouse pad. But I am speculating. Because, yeah, I haven't, like, gutted my shidenkai yet. What size pad are you rocking? XL. I think the exact size is 490 by 420. Damn, that guy is not, not stopping for anybody. I don't know what just happened. Do you think it's a good idea to only train static or any categories if everything is at a higher rank? So if you have like a big weakness, do you think it's okay? I think so. Yeah, I think so. It's what I've done and what I'm probably gonna do. Personally, I address like categories in segments. Like I will have a week of dynamic or something where I will fix all of my dynamic clicking issues. God, I hate fighting invis. Yeah, I'll have like a week of dynamic where I try and fix all my dynamic clicking issues, and I'll have a week of static and all that. And it lets me really like build each category up in isolation. And it doesn't like negatively affect me, I don't think. I don't like struggle to go back to each category. Are you rocking the mid of the shidenkai? No, I'm rocking xsoft. I've never actually used the shidenkai mid. I don't really like mid pads, so I've avoided that one. You should play ranked. I talked about this a little bit before, but I really don't want to take this game too seriously because I feel like that's when it gets tilting. The game has, you know, problems, and I almost don't want to engage with them, so I just play the fun modes for me, bank it and stuff. Keep it casual. Off-topic question. Can we ask off-topic questions? Sure, I don't think there really is a topic. Oh god, what is this guy doing? Should I just grind the benchmarks? No, I don't think so. I want my bounce pad so I can go kill that guy. Yeah, I don't think it's worth to just grind benches and only benches. Thanks for the follow, by the way, Lazoom WASD. But yeah, how I think about it is like, you know, benches are to test your skill level at a specific thing, and then you play other scenarios to like build that skill up, you know? You wouldn't just take a million tests to like get a degree in something. What is this? Hey Focus, hope you've been well. What's up with that Battlefield 2042 update? I saw people talking about it on Twitter. Oh no, of course you do practice exams, but you also, you know, study and look at the topic, and especially if you want to actually like learn, I feel. Oh my god. Is he gonna jump off after me? No, okay. Broken input. No, how do they break it again? That's insane. Oh my gosh. He's still in 1600? Yeah. How did they break input again? That's actually ridiculous. What the low HP person go? How's the mewing going? Really want to pick up? Yeah, I don't know. I've been avoiding that game like the plague. Just because, like, it's so insane to me that they can release a game and still have, like, broken mouse input so long after release. I don't think it's acceptable. And it's a shame because I really like Battlefield. It was one of my first, like, FPS games, Battlefield 4. And it was the first FPS game I put, like, a lot of hours into. And yeah, it really does suck to see COD be the better game. Quick question, when tracking my aim is fine, but halfway my wrist arm will tense and flick away. When you track quick strafes, you're probably relying too much on the tension for those adjustments. You really don't have to for small adjustments like this on tracking. You really don't have to tense. And yeah, when you do, you'll... Oh, what's it called? There was a thing in Buckshot's guide about tension, like a tension budget. And you know, you tense too much on things you shouldn't have to tense for, or you tense too much, like relatively, your tension budget will like run out and you'll end up having shakes like that. I am still in 1600 DPI. Yeah. What did I see? I saw something over there. Damn it. If you could only play 3 Kovac scenarios for the rest of your life, what would they be? Gotta be an air scenario, right? Probably air voltaic, control sphere, maybe like a Vox Sen? You know, 3 scenarios is very limited. Obviously, you're not hitting all the aiming skills, but I think air voltaic is a really good one. This guy is driving me insane. He's been there the whole match. So I'm guessing because of these changes, any optimism for the new Battlefield game is kind of like gone. I don't know. I was hoping that they could just like have a clean slate with the new game. Leave everything that's happened with 2042 behind and just like ignore it. But it seems like they're still making changes to the game that are indicative of like a very flawed design philosophy. Oh god, don't tell me they're just keeping that freaking game around. Honestly, the biggest reason why I've avoided it is just because it doesn't like look satisfying at all. It'll look so flat, like you get a kill, it looks so flat, there's like no impact. Tried the Zawa U2? No. I'm not overly interested. It's a lot of money for me and I don't really see myself liking it that much. Oh no, buddy. The final sense, I'm on 17 at 1600 DPI. He locked in. I really want to pick up MW3, but the reviews have been bottom with negative. It's a fine game. It's COD. It's got its flaws. SBMM is terrible. In Australia, it's a struggle to find like games in like high SBMM brackets. But it's not the worst game you've ever played. But I hate when they do that. For me, yes, llama for me, but I don't know. It really depends on the person and how much of that space they want to utilize. Not everyone needs a massive mouse pad. And if you can save the money, go for it. Have you ever tried light class? I have. I dislike the dominant playstyle at the moment on light, but I think the class at its core is really fun. Frankly, I just don't enjoy running around with a sword and invis. It's just kind of boring. It's definitely FCAR meta. The mass is good, but I just don't think it's as good, and it's trying to fill the same niche as the FCAR, so. Have you had the chance to try the Zawa U2? No, I haven't. I'm not too interested in it. I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't know what makes it special, I guess. I think is the best way to deal with tension. How can I solve the problem? I think a lot of tension, and it really does vary. This is a very vague question. It's tricky to answer on the spot like this, but I think a lot of people's problems with tension come from a lack of confidence in their ability to hit a target. Like, if you're shooting at a target that's too small for what you're comfortable to hit, or moving too quickly, you'll tend to make up for that lack of confidence in you're in control. So a lot of the time, for me, it came down to playing an easier version to get used to aiming without tension, and then going back to the harder version now that you've developed that confidence. Each full soju, thank you for gifting a sub deletion. Thank you. I know I've said this a lot over the last couple streams, but it really is a bit surreal just how many people have stopped by to say hi and, you know, followed, subs, that kind of thing. It's ridiculous. I wasn't expecting it at all. Speaking of, Simulator, thank you so much. I'd like because of the fun movement. Yeah, I really like the dash on light, but back when I would use it, it felt like I was just kind of nerfing myself because it wasn't invis. Withdraws, Edge, AUS, and Jamal. Thank you for the follows. You should consider doing dono goals or wish lists for things you'd actually like to review if you're going to be streaming. Is that something people would be interested in? Like, you know, maybe you all can vote on a peripheral that you want to see me talk about. I saw your video on getting top 10 in training. It was really good. Thank you. It's definitely my best work. I put a lot of myself into that video. And I think it shows. I think the passion shows. The scuff controller review. Aren't those like really expensive? Or V2 will most likely win. Well, ta-da. I plan on talking about it, but I don't have much to say about the mouse itself. I want to talk about it through the lens of 8K. So I'm waiting for them to release the 8K dongle. And yeah, I have the OP1 8K and I have a Lamzu Maya, which I'm going to buy a 4K dongle for. Oh, it's this map again. Yeah, and then I'm going to kind of talk about polling rate with brief mentions of how I feel about each mouse. How do you feel about the shape? It's like the OP1, but a bit worse. I don't like how... I'm not going to play this map. It gives me a headache. Again? Can I do this? Okay. Yeah, so I don't like this top flare here. Compared to the OP1, it definitely flares out more. Oh, I closed my stream manager. And it kind of feels like I have to bend my fingers a little bit to get them into the spot that I want, instead of the OP1 where it's just like heaps and heaps of room. Quality-wise, it's really good. I just don't like the shape as much. I will say though, I like this bit. I like how it flares out at the back there. Do you use toggle or hold for ADS? I use hold. I used to use toggle ages ago, and I think there's definitely merit in the idea that it reduces the downwards force. But there are two kind of caveats to that, which is that I find that when I'm holding mouse 1 and I'm holding mouse 2, it's equalizing the force, right? It's not like, oh my god, I got it again. It's not imbalancing anything because like it's balanced now, you know? And the other thing is that it's tricky to have very fluid like peaks and unpeaks when you're using toggle, because, you know, for the same movement, if I peek a corner, ADS, un-ADS, go back in the corner, it's 2 clicks instead of a click and a release. It just makes things feel a bit more segmented to me, and I don't really like that. What is a good benchmark to gauge my progress as a beginner aim trainer? I'd recommend having a look at the Voltaic Discord. They have some really good resources. Since the game insists, I'll try, but I'm gonna leave if I feel strange again. Ow. Oh no. If I get a hand, should I change my super light? Yeah, it's probably worth it. I think a lot of people very heavily underestimate how much skates matter, which is odd because it's like, you know, the mouse skate and the mouse pad are the two surfaces you're rubbing against each other to move the mouse around, you know? But yeah, changing your skates will absolutely change how pad feels, especially when like the hand, you know, you get like big, did you say GPX? We're on GPX? You get like big GPX skates that are aftermarkets, they'll feel really smooth. Or you get dots and you'll feel a lot more of the texture. And of course it changes speed, but it changes a lot more than just like speed as well. FCAR when? I did a game on FCAR earlier, I just prefer AK. God, I hear this person. You could create a Discord channel for sub-only VOD reviews and Q&A. Maybe, I might actually do that. I've been meaning to kind of brainstorm some sub rewards because God, this noise. I've been meaning to brainstorm some sub rewards because at the moment, there's nothing. But yeah, it's something that I will consider. Those things always have a habit of getting very out of... I don't want to say out of control, unmanageable for me. Like they'll just be too much. I saw him, is it there? What is this? Limit of a 2-2. Maybe. I don't feel like I need to do that yet, but yeah, that's my reservation with that thing. But I definitely could, especially if it's something people would want from a... Ah, damn it, is healing. From a sub reward. I don't want to work with this guy. He's using the bloody shield. Go do your shield thing. have any tips on how I can use an arm more for aiming? Yeah, use low sense. If you use it for long enough, you will just get used to having to use it. Because, like, you know, you play 50 CM, you can't use wrist only. The advice you gave me was super useful. Okay, I hope I give good advice. What is your clip hitting sense? Anything around 30. I don't feel like I need to go like super fast sense to hit cool flicks and stuff. Okay. Oh, that's that new teleporter thing. Okay. Hello, Liru. But yeah, that's something I have been thinking about, Source. I've been trying to think about, like, you know, I don't want to get people to sub through, like, offering things, subscribing. I want to offer benefits for people who feel like supporting me, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want people to think, wow, if I sub to Viscose on Twitch, she'll review my VOD. I want people to, you know, want to support what I do, and then that's like a benefit. Does that make sense at all? I'm sorry if that makes zero sense. I don't want people to sub only because of the incentives, because, like, I don't know. I feel like that's not really the purpose of it. Especially when I can't, you know, guarantee how consistent I'll be with this, or the VOD reviews for that matter. I don't want that to be the primary focus, which is what I've kind of struggled with when brainstorming potential benefits. God, I really don't like this map. Oh, it's that red room. It just messes with my eyes. I don't know. I get a hidden benefit. That's a good idea. I might do that, yeah. I bought a mouse. You have to stop doing this, dude. I have to, like, ban gifted subs or something. Delete the feature from my channel. Thank you so much. I really don't know what to say, man. You've been too generous, way too generous. I definitely feel a bit undeserving considering how bad I am at streaming. Matty only gets 10 to 15 a week and he has one. Matty, you're in the chat. Do you actually have 1,000 subs on Twitch? Is that correct? It's ridiculous. It's 1 AM. Perfect time for some games. You want to play? No, on Twitch, Yeah. Yeah, 1 AM, perfect time for some games, I think. You keen to join? What mic to use? I have the Rode Procaster, I think. Bought a mouse. Is this your way of asking for sub benefits? Is there anything you'd like to see, considering you've gifted a ridiculous amount of subs to the channel? Max sounds good, thank you. I'm bad as sleep soon? Yeah, no worries. I know it's late. I probably have to get on a little bit earlier if we want to run some games. Oops, fisherman. Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Okay. Some heavy plays just make me chuckle. I love it. Simulator, that's not a question I want to answer on stream, sorry. The opposite, actually. I'm just here for the sake of supporting. I appreciate the content and your willingness to answer questions that you're the ones. Thank you. I don't know. I do try my best to, yeah, answer all the questions. My gameplay does suffer for it, absolutely, but you know, I think it's worth it. I think this is what people would like out of a stream of mine. Thanks for the follows, Shamiga, Envy, Tomotash, Maxabel, Low FPS, Crazy Skip, Lottie, Briggs, Edge, and Withdraws. Thank you. What skates are you using on the OP1? I'm using Viper Mini core no, not core pads, Tiger Ice V2s. Gosh, my mouse collects dust so fast. This game is optimized, somewhat. It's definitely not optimized, and I think considering how much this game actually has to calculate, I think it does quite well. But it definitely doesn't run as well as other games do, which is fine. You can't expect it to run like Valorant. The FPS reduced since they had NGS? Interesting. I guess that makes sense. Gonna wait a bit, yeah. I mean, Catalyst is saying that it's any cheat related, so hopefully they get it optimized. I'm gonna type out my specs, Kentu. Having a bad time during my aim training sessions because my mouse pad is so trash I can't move my mouse properly. You can get a... Oh my god, I got this map again. I'm leaving. I'm actually leaving. This is giving me a headache. Yeah, I think you can get like pretty good mouse pads for pretty cheap. You definitely don't need artisans or anything like that to have, you know, a good experience. Especially because like for a mouse pad to be so bad that it's limiting you, it has to be, what, very old, very worn? Or like an office mouse pad. GSR, GSRC are good, very good options if you're not looking to spend as much as an artisan. Hi, I saw YouTube videos. I love them. Thank you. The good work. Doing my best. It'll be a little bit before the next video. I went through some burnout after the last one, and then I got really sick twice. So, yeah. I got my Zero today. I'm so happy. Awesome. Zero is such a good mouse pad. I unironically made the IP. It's not bad. It's actually not bad. Aqua control. It'll be a big change from your current pad, but it's good. It's a good mouse pad, especially for the price. Thanks for the follow, Kiyu. Is the Artisan shidenkai xsoft? Yes, yes. It's much faster than the xsoft. even like this one, which I've been using for 4 months, is still like you can see it's really quick. This is stock skates. No, obsidians? Yeah. Is there any reason when I'm tracking them on the few seconds my shaky that it becomes wobbly? It sounds like you're struggling from like you'll have your initial part of the track with your wrist, and then after a few seconds you'll have to transition into tracking with your arm. It sounds like that's where you're struggling. But it's hard for me to say without like gameplay and stuff. Thanks for your advice and smooth blood and good night. Good night, no worries. 6 a.m. Holy crap. Thanks for watching. Is it fast in the rain by a lot? Yeah. It's up there with, oh my god, okay, thank god. This game is messing with me. It gave me the load screen for the other map. And I had a heart attack, but yeah. Is it okay to start with arm then transition to wrist? I don't know when you would ever do that. I guess after a flick? Oh, I was looking at chat. Any mouse recommendations for a guy with big hands? I like the XM2WE shape for larger hands. It's one of my go-to recommendations. It's a really good mouse for claw grip. Have you ever tried BTL skates? Yeah, I used one of their mice and I tried the skates on that. They're good. Definitely a little slower than I was expecting, considering like people tend to hype up faster skates, and yeah, the BTL ones have a bit more control, but yeah, they're good. Why are you shooting at me, dude? There's a guy with a sword running at you. I'll type it in a sec for you if no one gets to it. XM2WE. Shot too early. Oh well. Yeah, good recommendations in chat as well. A lot of good ergo options for larger hands. Not so many ambi, but that's alright. Faster than NPC 450. You're looking at glass pads there. So like Vansa Ace, shidenkai, Skypad. Those are kind of the top recommendations. Do you think Apex is the hardest game for tracking? No, I think tracking in Apex is only hard because of the amount of like visual clutter they throw at you. The actual strafe speed is a lot slower than most people realize, I think. There's a lot of like leniency in, you know, reading acceleration and stuff in that game. You don't have to be particularly fast on your adjustments. I love that I don't feel fast. Maybe if it's old, it could have slowed down, but the MPC is a very quick mouse pad. It feels more controlled than most at that speed point because of its textured surface, but yeah, it is really quick. May I ask what mousepad you have? I'm on the Shidenkai xsoft. Is this a fingertip grip? No. This is a relaxed claw grip. I have my palm touching the back of the mouse for support. You go in here? Yes. And yeah, that's the other thing that makes Apex challenging. You have to compete with controller. Good point, Yams. But yeah, I really enjoy the underlying like mechanics in that game. But it's not too challenging like on their own, I think. It's the visual clutter. It's who you're versing. It's you know, that kind of stuff that makes the game feel hard to track in. How long you plan on streaming? Maybe another couple games. I'm getting a little bit hungry, so I'll probably stop soon. See you, Sneak. Thanks for watching. I think this is the first time you've like caught one of these streams live, right? Oh, he's getting heal beamed. I'm not bothered. Not messing with that. Hello, Echo of Skies. Hope you're doing well. Hey, whack. Do you have any tips from switching to arm aiming to fingertip aiming? I think a lot of it just comes down to practice. It's one of those skills that is super hard to isolate and brute force. Tracking scenarios are like bread and butter for it though. If you play a lot of those, you'll get good at it very naturally, I think. For me, the biggest scenarios that helped were like longer strafe air stuff. Because you'd have, you know, the micro adjustment with your wrist and you'd have to follow through with your arm on a lower sense as well. Like, you know, you play 43, you'll micro with your wrist and have to follow through with your arm. Fnatic Jet is faster than Med to Ace. They're basically the same mousepad. The Fnatic Jet is slightly faster from my testing, but like they're so similar, both in terms of like surface feel and speed, that I wouldn't really... Like, it's just whatever is cheaper for you. Do you still play Battlefield 5? Sometimes. I still enjoy Battlefield 5, but it's very hard to get, like, a game. Which sucks, because, yeah, I really enjoy its mechanics. But it's very sleepy in my region. I thought Riversec members at the sole of the head that they clicked. I'm not sure what that means, sorry. Thanks for helping me. Oh, no worries. No worries at all. I have Q&A in the title. I'm happy to answer any questions. Thanks for the follows. Peeper Happy Person, Cat of Mine, Rax, Raxu, Yunsuki, M9VQA, and Kitty, by the way. Thank you. My thing is froze. I can't read who that is, sorry. Halsey and Wrong Salt. Thank you. No, when I sit down to stream paints, I'm accepting that I'll get like a bunch of questions. It was just a bit much when it was in like DMs. BF5 feels that even in it. Yeah, I've heard. It's ridiculous. Because like you've got so many people over there. And like you've got more than AU, but yeah. It's very strange because it feels like there'd be at least one good server. And I think that's what it comes down to. Like, is there a server that runs, you know, fun maps, fun game modes, and bans the like annoying weapons? It's what I always look for when I play. Obviously not gonna get it on like AU servers, but if you play Tokyo, you'll find some good. Going to sleep. See ya. See ya. Thanks for watching. Did you use a... Yeah, I got the 50 to 55 gram ones. They feel really good. I'm stuck using a heavy palm grip mouse like the G604. I don't think I know that mouse, sorry. Tracking and micro. It really depends more on like hand size than what you're coming from, I feel, especially if it's like an older or heavier mouse. Rare, thanks for the follow. Haku Des and Senki-kun, thank you. Rare, is Apex like playable? Can I play that game? Or do people still like not know? Thanks for the follow, Yumo. I assume you like the AKM. Yeah, I definitely prefer the AKM. It's more fun for me. It feels more satisfying to track with. And you can get multi-kills with it, which is like doable with the FCAR, but it's harder. So yeah, that's why I've been using it. FCAR is just better though. Like if I really wanted to, you know, do well, kill things. Did not think that one would see me. Can't be 100% sure, but it seems unlikely it was an ask you by the game, but there's no real good info. I know Hollow was playing yesterday, so... I've been told by my roommates that there haven't been any more hacks. Okay. Because I saw that the two, like, possibilities were... it could be an RC within the game. Oh god, there's people, like, right there. It could be an RC within the game, or it could be that these two players had, like, the hacker had access to their PCs, as well as, like, Apex server side, but not access to other people's, like, PCs. Just these two. How to train in training. Oh, that's awesome. Hope it's been helping you. Well, I just said it should be fine. Okay. There is an attempt being made right now to revive the old APAC, like FE Apex scene, and I've been asked to play, so might have to give the game a go again. Was there an RC? Yeah, there was. This is a different exploit though. Yeah, I'm on the shidenkai xsoft at the moment. Apex stream? Oh god, no, I'm terrible at that game. I would have to really focus to do good, and I can't really focus on my streams, so I don't know if I'll stream Apex. Who do you main in Apex? I usually just play Wraith because I have her Helium. Ow. Ready for the Apex goat? Oh my god, no. I'm gonna get destroyed. That's okay. I've accepted my fate. And it'll be fun to play again. I haven't talked to a lot of these people in a long time, so it'll be good. Normal shidenkai? I'm using the V2. I don't think you can get the normal shidenkais anymore. At least I haven't seen them like for sale in years now. I remember being really salty because, you know, when they were being sold, I couldn't afford one. But I really wanted to try. I was really intrigued. Like, what would a glass-infused mousepad be? What even is that? And then, yeah, I was saving and I'm saving, and then they stopped selling them. What's the most recent Battlefield game you've played? I played 5. And I played the 2042 beta, but got really burnt on that game. If they just made the mouse input work properly, I'd give it a go, but like, yeah. I played 5 and I enjoyed it, and I played 4 and I enjoyed it. 4 was one of my first like FPSs as a kid. I have probably like 400 hours in that game from before I turned like 12. No strawberry here. I know, and they don't even sell like the cute colors anymore. But, you know, take what we can get and all. You upload these recent VODs to YouTube? I have been. They're on my second channel. What is going on up there? What is this? I'm gonna bleach a red O2? That'd be interesting, actually. I don't want to say good idea, because this is, like, unwise behavior, I think, but I am now tempted to do the same. Oh, I can't kill them. Sad. Damn it. Touch Me EP. Thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you so much. Love Mercy Main, Yoko Bison Boat. Thank you for the follows. There's a small water stain, so I'm annoyed. Oh my god, I don't know if this has happened to anyone else. Most mouse pads I can get stains out of. My Otsu though, I cannot. At all. And it drives me mad because, like, I don't know, all my other mouse pads are like clean, no issues on the surface, and then my freaking Otsu just has a tiny little dot, and it's like, why are you here? Is he trying to shoot the floor out from under me? I like that play, I respect that. Okay, that's his mine. Ow. Well, that was a confusing fight. What keyboard are you rocking? I'm on the Wooting at the moment. I have a very... It doesn't really look like a Wooting, but it's a Wooting, I promise. And I really like it. I also have the KB65HE from Endgame Gear and the Polar 65 Neo Tokyo. And I plan on talking about them all in a video at some point. They're all really good. And yeah, I definitely think rapid trigger boards do have like definitive merits over conventional mechanical keyboards. You know, that's just an R6 player getting all set up in the corner. I can see that. Probably because of super tight weave, the dot helps center you. That's the strat. I look down at my mouse pad mid like match. Who's throwing knives at me? There we go. Comes out here for sure. For sure. No? I've had enough. It's like those crusty mouse pads with the recoil patterns on them. Oh my god, I remember those. I wonder why I don't have flipper. Well done. That's a Fortnite player, not a Siege player then. I think Wooting better than the... Yeah, it's close. The Wooting still has the best performance on the market. It is not as bad as it looked in that Optimum Tech video. I can elaborate if people are interested. It's a lot closer to the Wooting than people make it out to be in terms of performance. Wooting is still best for performance, but I think the KB65 is better value. What is this? What? But yeah, the issue was the KB65 has a setting that makes it very, very accurate in terms of how far you're pressing the key, but it comes at the cost of some latency. But you can make it match the Wooting's like level of accuracy, and it'll be like just a little bit slower, not too much slower. Nice to catch a stream. You got me name training and I hate it. No. Just boring or not keen for it. Stain remover pen on my O2 and got a small stain out, then rinsed and stain remover pen left a water spot. Hey Death, how you been? You been doing well? Speaking of Optimum, can you talk about the polling rate? It's been a while since I've watched it, and I wouldn't feel comfortable directly responding to another creator's video without having watched it and thought about it. But in terms of polling rate, what I think a lot of people get wrong when looking at its value is that it isn't just limited to, you know, smoothness at slow angles or anything like that. And it isn't just limited to, is it visible or not, you know? Responsiveness will help even if you can't perceive it. You know, you're not going to perceive small benefits in latency, but they could help you. Personally, I can visually tell the difference between 1K and 4K hertz though, so I'm not too sure how it was like displayed in that video where it wasn't visible, because like I've done blind tests and I've gotten it right every time. I know there is like a perceivable difference for me. Any advice for doing precise spin mid? I'm sorry, I don't know what send that is. Never played it. But yeah, that's the most I think I'm willing to say about the topic when it's framed as like a response to another creator, because I haven't like watched the video in a long time. And yeah, I feel like to respond to a video, you need a good knowledge of said video. Way easier to see when you're the one inputting the movement. Yeah. I'm on 33 cm right now. Shacks. Lowered it the other day. I'm not sure what's going on down there. I'm just gonna hold the fire button. Damn it. In your new polling rate video, you should have a second one. Maybe you address it? No, I don't think so. I don't think having a dedicated response bit would be very wise. But I probably will inherently rebut some of the claims made just through discussing polling rate and why I think it does actually make a difference. Especially on a lot of mice that use like 3395 Nordic MCU with poor implementation, that 4K hertz will benefit latency a lot. It won't on the OP1 8K as much because it already has pretty good implementation, so the latency is good at 1K, but you know. Like melee on ping is impossible. It's actually impossible. There we go. And go sleepy time if you stream as well. Thank you. I'm probably gonna end it pretty soon, but you know, it's been good. It's definitely been good. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about, I don't know, responses, I guess, to other creators. It's tricky to kind of manage without feeling overly confrontational or stuff like that. Which I definitely don't want it to be, and that's kind of... Drink water? I don't have any water on my desk at the moment. I'll have to go get some. I'll grab some after... I might call it after this game, honestly. I'll answer some more questions after, and then, yeah, call it. I'm getting a bit hungry. But I will get some water after this game. I will. Chug a VB long neck. I think I would die. I'm not sure if JD's here. Miss Colors, I haven't seen her in the chat, but if you are, feel free to share. Feel free to share how I went drinking alcohol when we drank together. Does 32... Yeah. It takes, yeah, 32 centimeters of physical movement to do a 360-degree turn on, like, in-game. Super glad to receive the 4K. Oh, I missed that one. Sorry, I gotta shoot this guy and then I'll read the message. Oh, so close. Seems inconsistent when tested using online tools. Interesting. Online tools aren't really the best for testing polling rate. You want to use mouse tester 1.4. Because like I've tested my OP1 8K using mouse tester and it's a consistent 8K. It's not like unsaturated or anything. And then I've used online tools and they've told me that I'm getting like 2K. Which just isn't, like, it's just not true. Oh, no way, didn't I? Use higher DPI. I used 1600. I used to use 3200, but I did not like menuing with 32. So yeah, back on 1600. You mostly prefer wired over wireless? No, I typically prefer wireless. But this mouse is an exception. Oh my god, good shots by that guy. What rank do people usually start on the volcano benchmarks? It varies a lot. I've seen people start at like crazy high ranks. Personally, I started at silver 2, I think it was. You know, not crazy. I don't think it's like a particularly standout like rank to start at, but it's not bad for sure. I think Massey started around here as well. But yeah, I definitely didn't start like Grandmaster or anything though. I've had to work my way up. That in the middle of platinum. Yeah, see, we got a lot of variance in chat, so it varies a lot. I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's about the effort that comes in like after you start, you know, not where you started. Playlist invite. Thank you for the follow. Yay, viscose stream. I'm sorry, I'm about to end it. I'm gonna finish this game and maybe one more because this one orange team has been really trying to win the game. And then I'm gonna call it, I think. Sorry. I'll have the VOD posted on YouTube by tonight. Hard stuck at GM, how to improve. That's probably too vague for me to answer, sorry. At that rank, there are, you know, it becomes a lot more about self-directed optimization. So, you know, you have to look at your own VODs and be like, where am I weak? Where am I strong? What do I need to work on? How can I work on these issues? Like, you have to do that self-analysis at GM. To, like, push to Nova, yeah, you have to. Have you tried power shift? I have, yeah. It's just not as quick for, you know, running around shooting things, and not as entertaining for streaming because of it. But it's what I play most of the time when I hop on this game off stream. There's one more. I heard one more. Okay. But yeah, I have tried that mode. It's good. I do still prefer Banquet. I mostly play it because it's what other people are playing right now, and I prefer to play AU servers, obviously. I really hope that isn't... Okay, it's a coin. Do you hover your wrist, arm, or plant it? Notice if you can put your hovering. Sorry, I'll read your question in a moment. Oh, they're grumpy at me. We can improve into my tracking hovering, but I don't know how to practice. I don't think you want to... Hover your wrist, arm, or plant it. I don't think you want to hover, because you'll be putting more pressure on yourself to, you know, like it requires effort to hold your wrist above the mouse pad instead of resting it. But you don't really want to plant it either. I think people who play like wrist planted, just like this, like this, like this, I feel like you're limiting yourself in terms of range of motion and in terms of like general movements, I guess. Thanks for the follows. Dolo Adventures, Loist, Jolly Swagman FPS, Onyx, Isen, Anarchy Z, and Names J. Thank you. And Ippo OC. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Toggle aimers or hold aimers in chat? I'm definitely hold. I talked about this a bit earlier. Oh, I'm on this map. Whatever. Last game. Do you play this game often? I play like every other day or so off stream, and I play every time I stream. Yeah, once I'm in the game, I'll demonstrate like why I prefer hold. How far through Fallout in V? I beat it. I loaded a save though after beating it because I want to beat the DLC. And I didn't realize it would like lock me out at the end, you know? I didn't realize it would. But that's okay. I just loaded back a save. Why AK over FCAR? I just prefer having more bullets to like be able to deal with more targets. I know the FCAR's better. So let's say I'm peeking this rope and I want to kill this rope. With hold, I will unpeek, zoom, and then let go and unpeek. Whereas with toggle, I have to peek, click, and then like back in cover, release. It just adds a bit more segmentation to my movements and my peaks, and they feel a lot less fluid. Whereas with hold, it feels a lot more natural. That's always like been my thought process about it. And for me, using toggle doesn't really like minimize pressure on the mouse. It just equalizes it, you know? Because like holding mouse 1, like unequal pressure right now. But if I'm holding mouse 2 as well, I'm equalizing my pressure downwards on the mouse. Mouse? I'm on the OP18K. My command is wrong. I feel like my command's always wrong. I'm very sorry. Pressure equalizer. Yeah, I guess. How are you doing today? Not bad. Oh my god, the squad has showed up to end me. I basically just woke up and started stream, so... Yeah, the firing squad. It's ridiculous. I love your content. Hope to see you streams more often. Thank you. I am really going to try my best to stream more often. It's something I have been saying I would do for genuinely years, and I just haven't been able to because of, like, you know, my own nerves and stuff like that, and it's just silly. It really is. So, gonna make a real solid effort to give it a good go this time. And I mean, hey, so far so good, right? whole thing about finding cheat to keyboard. I don't think it's to get easier scores. I personally don't find it like noticeably easier. For me, it's more about learning what it feels like to aim without any downwards pressure, and then trying to recreate that, like while applying some downwards pressure. You know? Am I still here? Hello? Okay. Yeah, for me it's a practice thing, not a score thing. I don't really feel any score benefits, but I definitely feel like it gets me used to aiming with less tension, and then I can go back to normal and still do well. I'll be honest, I didn't realize toggle aim was so common. I thought it was kind of niche. Whoa. I see him. No, you don't. No, you don't. No! You wake up at 2 p.m? Not quite. It was closer to midday. But you know, gotta get brekkie and gotta wake up. Am I still here? Twitch is telling me I lagged out, but like, I think I'm still here. Thanks for the follow, Rampin Hoss. Patty Wempus Q. All good? Okay, thank you. OP1AK is current favorite? Yeah, absolutely. It's really good. I saw that. I'll leave him. Sorry, I was talking about something before, and then I got distracted by being shot at, and then I got distracted by, that was a good movement, and then I got distracted by, oh, it was toggle aim, yeah. I have given it a good go, but yeah, for me, it's more of a practice thing rather than like a score chasing thing. I think it has its benefits as a practice tool, to get you used to aiming with, yeah, less tension, and I don't think it's objectively better on its own. That downwards pressure can sometimes be useful, like I said, to equalize, or just like, you know, pushing down into the pad for a bit more friction when you flick. I should not be able to get away with that. Coming from a G Pro wireless, I don't know if it's using a K. Yeah, they're both really cheap, honestly. I think you'd be happy with either. Aimbot built in. Yeah, I think you'd be happy with either, and it really just comes down to like, how much do you mind the heavier clicks of the OP1WE, and how much would you mind the wire on the OP18K? Those are the two real big downsides of either mouse, and whichever one you think would bother you more is probably the one that you should avoid. Nice. I was gonna call it... Do I do one more? What do you reckon? One more? AP1 shape similar to Starlight Small? Not really. The Starlight Small is a lot shorter. It's a similar length, but yeah. No, it's a similar width, but yeah, it's a lot shorter. Your time? I mean, I kind of dictate my own schedule now. It's always nice. I'll get one more. I'll get one more. Saw Death sends a message. HTS Pro pre-orders. Wait, actually? That's real? New HTS? I might have to get that. I've definitely been like interested in, because I don't know, this is like ages ago. I was talking to Jim and he was telling me that he was trying to get like a sub 30 gram full size mouse. And it's like, holy crap, okay. Hey, Angelo. Thanks for the follows. Ember, Moonshine, PPR Mint, and Mr. Gabri. Oh, Mr. Gabriel. I thought it was numbers at the end. Yeah, bank gets faster. I'm actually so keen because I still use damn. Yeah, no, I'm definitely interested then if they're like re-releasing the OG shape. I sold mine. I kind of regret it, but yeah, I sold mine. Do you not like quick cache mode? It's okay. My problem with that mode and the other mode like it, the 5v5 mode for stream, for when I'm streaming, is that like people take them way more seriously than bank it. I feel like in this mode people just kind of run around, have fun, shoot things, which is what I'm doing. I'm not overly focused on the game or my team or winning or stuff like that. But it feels like quick cache and that other mode brings out the competitiveness in people, which I'm just not too interested in for when I'm streaming. This is definitely like background noise, I guess. And I can't really have that work if people are like super grouped up and, you know, trying their best to win. You got a Discord? Yes, I do. Thank you, Bottomhouse. Thanks for the follow, Alio. And yeah, that's why I haven't tried ranked on stream either. I was actually thinking about playing it a little. But I don't know. I feel like when I take a game seriously, I ruin the fun for myself. So I've been tentative about it. Wish more games would just shoot and not think. I wish more games had an option to shoot and not think. I think it's good for a game to require you to use your brain, but I appreciate games that include modes where I don't have to do that, because, you know, sometimes I just want to hop on and play a fun match of the finals and just shoot things and not think. And, you know, in a lot of games at the moment, that isn't really possible. I'm out of here. This is too much. What is this? Oh, I'm still dead though. I get the light. How am I alive? What is going on? It's kind of how I feel about Overwatch 2. Like, I enjoy just hopping in that game and like shooting and stuff, but I don't know if I would enjoy like taking it super seriously and trying to win and learning about like team comps and all that stuff. I feel like that would take the fun out of it for me. Oh. But yeah, it's a tough like balance to strike. I just no, not Valorant. That's like the worst for it. You play Valorant with like, I don't know, not 100% focus, and you will be like, your soul will be sacrificed to the gods. Should I buy Kovacs? I think so. I have no regrets about buying it. Absolutely worth it. Have you tried Planet Side 2? I have, yeah. Years ago. But I have played it. It was alright. It felt a bit strange on high ping, and the game, like, conceptually was a bit confusing to me at the time. Oh no! I thought I did a cheeky play with my goo grenade. Shame. Finish setting up my PC, gonna do some thing. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for watching. Thanks for the gifted as well. Enjoy the new PC. I want to try Fortnite build again, but I want to relearn building. It's kind of how I feel about it too. I played back in like season 4 and quit with season 5 like SMG meta. Oh. Doesn't chase? Yeah, and I quit with the season 5 SMG meta. And I know like the average skill level is so high now that it would take me hundreds of hours to get like decent. And it's just too much, you know? I can't justify that time. Especially when I don't even know if I like the game. I don't know what's going on. Absolutely and thoroughly lost. Yep. Zero build has almost this many players? What? When's this been a thing? I know about Zero build, but I honestly thought it got taken out of the game. I didn't think it was like popular. Zero build was introduced. I guess I'm not the only one who feels that way then. That's good. Zero build is hella bad and I don't even like building. The game's shooting mechanics probably aren't made for like engaging at range, right? I'm not sure how much they've changed since I played. I assume it's a lot, but like... Ooh, good shots. Okay. Yeah. When you grind at Astro, would you hard focus one category at a time? Yeah. I would just go through and be like, okay, this is dynamic clicking week. Let's see how far I can push my dynamic clicking. And yeah, just go through them like that. The biggest thing for me was that like I wouldn't grind the benches unless I was within like, if I didn't think I could get the score within like a couple days of grinding, I wouldn't grind the scenario. I would play variants and work on my skill. I had to do that with Popcorn. That sen was very much like Astro was very much out of my skill level on that one for quite a while. So I didn't just like grind it until I was good enough. I played variants, I played scenarios to improve my technique, and just yeah, that kind of thing. When I was like close enough to getting the score where I thought I could do it in like a couple days, I would go for it though. Any tips on getting better accuracy in Pasu? Matty has a really good video about improving in Pasu. He covers pretty much everything. Matty OW how to Pasu tutorial on YouTube. Nothing I could say here that isn't included in that video, pretty much, so. Finals was meant to be... Yeah, I think for like dream FPS game, it's tricky because like, I can say whatever the hell I want about what a good mechanic is and what a fun mechanic is for me in an FPS game. It doesn't matter because what I want out of an FPS game is totally different from what the general population wants out of an FPS game. There's a good chance my perfect FPS game already exists. It just has 0 players because all the mechanics are so brutally unfriendly to anyone who isn't like extremely familiar with the genre. And, you know, that's how it's going to be. And I think that's why the finals has the mechanics it does. You know, it has heavy, it has like the mines, it has like a glue cannon. To allow players without the gun skill to compete with the players that do. Through like using those mechanics and being smart with them. I knew it. Oh, and I still died to it. Shame. Game out there, so underground. I mean, Rats Instagib. How many of you have heard of that game? That game's awesome. And yeah, it has like 5 concurrent players on Steam. It's really good. Hyperscape, yeah. Very fond memories of that game. I wasn't able to play much when that was like around, but like, oh my god, that was fun. I have a video on my YouTube about recoil smoothing. It basically eliminates the need to like control for recoil. Thanks for the follow, Slump Dog TV. And thank you, General Amok Take Taco Neil? Yukio Inawaf, a barcode name, I think. And Rancuse, thank you. Actually, one of my FPS is so unfriendly to new players. Like, yeah, when I look to some fighting games, makes tons of players, but why? I think it's I think it comes down to in an AFPS, you cannot engage with its mechanics unless you're good at those mechanics. You know, especially today when you know, people are really good. You cannot engage with AFPS mechanics unless you're good at those mechanics and you're familiar with those mechanics. In fighting games, like I've played fighting games, I've had fun playing fighting games. I'm awful. I don't know what the buttons do. Like, like I'm terrible at fighting games. I've had fun playing them though, just by jumping around and like punching my friends and stuff in the game. Thanks for the follows, WTF and Nikki XO. Nikki XO, thank you. And yeah, I think it's hard for someone in AFPS to have a similar experience to me where I can hop in and just like hit some buttons and have a good time. Because like I'm getting destroyed, but I'm having a laugh about it. But if someone's getting rolled in an AFPS, it feels like there's nothing they can do. Especially if they've played a lot of FPSs before and they've kind of come into it knowledgeable. I think I'm gonna call it there, everyone. I have food to eat and whatnot. But it's been fun. It's been very fun. Thanks for watching, everyone. I really do appreciate it. It's been good to get back into. Any tips on improving stability and consistency apart from just practice? Yeah, any more questions you want to ask me? Go for it. I'll answer a few and then, yeah. Okay. So stability and consistency, it is something that you can isolate through playing different sensitivities. So like if you want to improve wrist stability and consistency, you can play on a higher sense and play scenarios like control sphere or smooth bot, those kind of scenarios, and you'll really isolate your wrist control. Is VDM good for finals? I think a lot of the scenarios, they would be a bit too reactive. They seem more suited for Overwatch. I don't think you can really go wrong though. Thanks for the follows, Hyla and Inrogue. You plan on making a video about the ULX? No. Stream was awesome. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You were the girl do YouTube vib, right? Thank. Glad you enjoy those videos. Focusing out for a day on a category, I should do it for a week. Depends on your goals. The week setup has worked for me. But you know, other people do things differently. Are you ever planning on updating the mousepad friction sheet? I have a bunch of mousepad stands for it actually. I got a QCK Heavy, Aqua Control 2, shidenkai, Skypad 4, and a few others that I'm forgetting right now. And I've just got to do a week on each of them, which is going to be tough when I have to use the QCK Heavy for a week, and then I can add them to my sheet. What scenarios helped you the most in Pasu? I don't know. I just kind of played. I don't have many plays on Pasu. I'm not sure what made it click for me. I played Pasu Small Reload. I played a few slower versions of Pasu. Helped me learn how the scenarios move. But I think it was mostly translated mouse control. I don't think I have much independent Pasu skill. So yeah. Want to buy a Beast external what size? The normal one is like plenty small. I think the mini is too small for most people. Could you put dates when you update the sheet? I'm not sure what you mean, sorry. Top 3 fruits. I like peaches, mangoes, third fruit. A nice orange. Good orange. That's my top 3. How important is good static technique for TS? You don't need it, but it helps. You'll pick it up very quickly if you have good static technique. What do you think about the Fearless CS2 compared to CSGO? I like CS2. They've definitely changed a lot. I think how you have to shoot is a bit different now. More reliant on tapping and first bullet accuracy, less on spraying. But I think it's good. I think it's good. Oh, and thanks for the follows. Tayu, Zero Hibi, and Toki M4. Thank you. But yeah, I don't think CS2 is in like a bad state right now or anything. It's just, it is different. People say it's the same game. Kind of is. Plays differently. And, you know, for people who are very experienced, they will feel those small differences. All right, I might call it there, everyone. Thank you all. Thanks so much for watching, stopping by. Really do appreciate the support on these. It's ridiculous. Let's raid Hollow. What's this thing? Hollow O. For everyone who wanted Apex gameplay earlier, here you go. All right, thanks everyone. Hope you all have a good night.